Home is where connections are made, memories are formed, and ideas are born. And no one knows home better than NFM. Thanks for tuning in to I Am Home, the podcast that goes deeper than trends and dives into what it means to make your house a home.
Hello, you're listening to I Am Home, the Home Life Best Life podcast. I'm Tyler Weiskup, joined by my co-host. You know, she really keeps us grounded during the holiday season. Her motto is keep calm and elf on. It's Becca Sudbutt.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Becca. And our other co-host, she's so talented. Santa put her on the nice list twice. It's Hilary Waltemath.
Shucks. Hey, Tyler.
Hi. I'm so excited for our time together. We've got a great theme this month about, we're diving into great gifts. And so we've got some really great people to talk about the topic with. Today's episode, one of our NFM favorite friends. She's been with us for a little while in other capacities, and we're so excited to introduce her on the podcast. But before we get to that, let me tell you why we're even doing this podcast. And that's because NFM is more than just your everything home store. We're in the business of improving lifestyles because your home life should be your best life. And you can learn more at nfm.com. Okay, so who's ready for our guests? I'm thrilled to welcome Megan Wilson. Hi, Megan.
Hi, how are you guys?
So good. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Megan, I know that you're a coffee fiend. I didn't have this planned as an intro question, but have you got a good cup of Joe today? Is there like a
You know what? I do. I'm a 2 cup of coffee kind of gal, 1 in the morning and 1 at 3 o'clock precisely. So I'm on water now.
on water? Okay, well, that makes sense. I kind of have a similar thing going. I think that's probably the best way to kind of keep it manageable. Otherwise, you're probably ingesting too much caffeine throughout
Yeah,
the day.
probably.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, right.
Hillary's like, no, I don't care. Well, let me introduce you, Megan, to the audience. You are a digital creator influencer based in Kansas City, where you focus on home, style, and of course, the beautiful city of Kansas City itself. You call it Life on Shady Lane. And Megan, this started like as a blog, right?
It did back in the days of blogging, when blogging was all
When
the
blogging
rage.
was the hot
About
thing.
maybe like 10 years ago.
Was it that
Mhm.
long? Wow.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of morphed and we've kind of grown along the way.
Right. Yes, you've definitely grown it. I think at the time you were remodeling your first home, and so it was kind of like a here's a peek behind the curtain of that journey. And today, you know, you've got style, you've got beauty, you've got projects, you've got inspiration, all those kinds of things kind of rolled up into the blog itself, but also just your social media presence and everything else that you've got going on. It's really, really cool.
That's right. Thank you so much. It's really fun. I love doing it.
Absolutely. And in addition to your work, you're a wife and mother of 2. We talked about how you enjoy a good cup of coffee.
3. She says 3.
Uh,
There's another one in
there's
there.
3 now?
Yeah,
You're
there's
gonna
3
update
now.
the blog, Megan. Oh my gosh. 3.
I need to update that.
Yes. Okay.
Yep, we
well,
have 3 now.
That's fantastic. Congrats.
Thank you.
Was that really recent or?
No, she just turned 3. So I
No.
apparently I do need to update that.
Hey, it's busy when there's 3 kids.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. So anyway, this is going to be really fun. Again, thanks for being here. Before we get into the awesome gift guide that you created, though, we've been talking about meaningful gifts on the podcast, and I wonder if you can tell us a little bit about, you know, what makes a meaningful gift for you.
Gosh, I think that anything, you know what? I think gift giving is it can be so difficult. And so I think
Yes.
sometimes we make it really difficult, but something that just like comes from the heart is so special to me. Honestly, you know what? Actually, my kids got me this coffee cup last
Aw.
Christmas and they went and picked it out. I think that's so sweet. Anything they give me, I think I would love so much. But I'm also really into like personalized gifts, like personalized jewelry. I think is so fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love personalized jewelry.
Mhm.
That's personalized. I think is so fun. But honestly, I think we do make gift giving difficult sometimes, and
Yeah.
so I'm really into simple gifts too.
Yeah. I mean, you referenced the coffee cup off the bat. And I
Yeah.
think it's just like the act of, what I'm hearing right now is like the act of you actually going out and grabbing something and like spending the time walking through some aisles
Yes.
and just picking some things out. I mean, just finding the meaning in the fact that your loved ones did that for you.
100%. 100%. And I love to do that too. I think it's fun to Christmas shop, and I try not to make it super difficult, but you always want to pick like the perfect thing for somebody. But honestly, I think they say that the thought is what counts. And I truly do. I think that everyone that gives a gift is putting so much thought into it. And so I think as I've gotten older, it's just special to receive a gift and to also to just give a gift.
Yeah. I love that. I love that sentiment. Do you have, we were just talking about your family. You got 3 kids. I'm sure you, extended family too. I'm curious, like, are there any family traditions around gift giving that you and your family practice?
You know what? I don't know that we have any specific traditions. We do around Christmas time. I know that Elf on the Shelf is like a big thing for a lot of families.
Yeah.
We don't have an elf in our house, actually. We have an advent calendar, and Saint Nick brings little gifts for my kids every day, like something really small, every single day in December. So I think that's kind of like that's probably our biggest tradition, I would say.
What kind of gifts?
That sounds really
I know
ambitious.
some people do like the little chocolates, like they have those like the literal calendar, and you just pull out like a chocolate every single day. Is it something like that, or do you guys like bounce it? Like what kind of stuff that you've got?
Sometimes like little chocolates, little suckers, or like little fruit leather type things. But then also sometimes we'll do like a little scavenger hunt for something bigger a couple times in the month. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, so this is a little bit more planned out. It's not like you're pulling something off the shelf.
Well, once in a while, Saint Nick has to
to outsource.
Yeah, sometimes it's more thought out. Sometimes it's a little bit more last minute.
A mix of both.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good. I mean, this is a peek behind the curtain. We're just trying to understand.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I mean, especially if you're going to try to do something every single day.
Yeah,
I think it
that's
makes
really
a lot of
ambitious.
sense. Yeah.
Yes, it is quite ambitious.
I can't imagine doing that plus Elf on the Shelf. That feels
or that and then just doing like the regular holiday shopping.
Right. I like to. You know what? I really like to get all of my holiday shopping. We did this last year. Get all of our holiday shopping on one day.
Oh wow,
that's
like
nice.
insane. And I'll like buy a couple gifts throughout, like leading up to the holidays, like a couple little things. But last year we got all of my all of the Christmas presents for our kids all like in one shopping trip. My husband and I went. My mother-in-law watched the kids, and we went shopping and knocked it all out. And I was like, that is the way to do it. No stress. We just got it all done.
Amazing. So are you like, do you have your list prepared like on this big shopping day? Like you've got everything mapped out what you want to get? Are you letting your store's shopping experience kind of like guide you?
You know what? Probably it's typically just for my kids when we do the big. And so I think you know what? They like everything.
Yeah.
And they have like a couple little things that they want. And if there's something specific, I'll, buy that probably ahead of time. But they really just like toys, outside toys, pool things, all that. They're super, super simple to shop for. Honestly.
Yeah. I imagine they're making you a list too.
Oh, they go through the catalog.
Yeah,
they circle things.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've got a pretty good idea of the things that they want, I would say.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, it's super helpful if you have people who are just they
willingly
like
share or willingly tell you exactly what they like.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Megan, we're dying to ask you about obviously the gift guide. You framed it, I think, in the social post as like a gifts for her under $100.
Yeah.
How did you approach curating the products that you selected for the gift guide?
Honestly, I kind of picked gifts that I thought I would like.
Yeah.
I really love spending time at home, entertaining, being cozy, and like home decor. That is like my jam. And I wanted it to be affordable. So we stuck to under $100. And so I kind of like stuck around those themes: hosting, entertaining, just like being cozy at home, hanging out at home. And I think I included also like a couple like cool fun kitchen gadgets. Um, so pretty much just things that I think any woman would like.
Yeah. I think it came together really well. I mean, it clearly has a vibe. Really quick, Megan, just for we've been kind of playing with the settings a little bit on the audio levels. I wonder, can we have you maybe move the microphone just a little closer to your mouth and see if that might help us out a little bit?
Yes, is this better?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sounding a lot better.
Okay.
Not that you were bad before, but I think just
Sure.
when you're kind of leaning backwards, sometimes we're losing a little bit of you there. We'll make
Yep.
sure to cut that out. This isn't
Yep.
live or anything. So
Yeah, and I can redo that if you want.
oh
to.
no, you're fine. Not a problem at all. I think we'll just kind of move on to the next question.
Well, I have a like comment, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's why the influencers like work are so helpful. Like you're finding people that you relate with.
Yeah.
Like there's some sort of like shared connection. And so like I love a gift guide for that reason.
I do
Like
too.
I have a lot of the same interests as Megan. Like those things bring me joy as well too. So if she's got things on her mind that she'd like to have, like good chances are I'd enjoy that too. So that's why I don't know, these work so well, I think.
100%.
Totally
I
agree.
agree. I use gift guides all the time.
Yeah.
It's like a curated list. It's all, I
Yeah,
can tell
it's
that
so
people
true.
put so much work into
Yeah.
it. It's curated and it's, something that someone's put work into. And I think it makes shopping easy.
Totally.
It's definitely like your shortcut to just being like, oh, okay, if I'm gonna pull together a list today, who are my favorite people?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I find Megan and I'm like, okay, perfect. I've got like 20 different things that Megan suggested, and I'm vibing with like 4 or 5 of those things, and now I'm off and running. So
Mhm.
Right.
think it
And I
works
tried
really,
to
really well.
do a variety too. So there was, I think NFM has something for everybody. But I also tried to make even just the gift guide that I did, the items that I curated, tried to make sure that there was something kind of for everybody on that list or on your list.
Yeah. I wonder if you can maybe walk us through some of your favorites from the list, because I certainly have a few, and I'm curious if those are your favorites too.
Okay, so I love that like chunky blanket that I put on there.
Mm-hmm.
That looks so cozy. There's also a really cool like pillow, kind of like geometric pillow. I
Yeah.
think that would look really make a statement in your living room. I think that home decor is my love language, I think. And then there was also a Yeti cup on there that I kind of have my eye on. I think it's really cute. And also, who doesn't want a fun cup to drink out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I feel like fun cups make
Yeah.
whatever, even if it's just water, more fun.
Mhm.
Yes. And also, I think that's something you can give to anyone.
Mhm.
That would be like a perfect teacher gift, even
Mhm.
for your kids' teachers. And also, I also have to say, I am a Swiftie, so I put a Taylor Swift record on the gift guide. I had to
Yes.
include that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I feel like everything that you listed off there, even the Taylor Swift album, it gives off very, very cozy vibes. I think all of those things. We've got the throw, we've got the pillow, you've got like a nice warm cup to drink all these things, and then you can put on Taylor, and you've just got I think a perfect
Ideal
Sunday.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep,
right?
see? I told you I'm a cozy gal. I like cozy, being at home.
Uh-huh.
That's my vibe.
Yeah, and speaking of, I really do think that everything that you selected it feels very Megan. It has that vibe. I'm curious, how would you define your personal style? Just as if people are interested in kind of seeking out your gift guide specifically.
I think that I like home wise, I have moved into, I've noticed myself incorporating so much color and texture, pattern, and I just want my home to feel cozy. Again, not to overuse that word, but I just want it to feel cozy and lived in and like fun.
Yeah.
We do a lot of projects and makeovers and that kind of thing. And lately, all of the projects that we're doing have so much color and like just fun. I just
Mhm.
recently did our living room, and I picked the most fun color for our sectional, and it's super exciting. I had a white couch before, but we
Wow,
went
that's
with like
brave with 3 kids.
it was quite brave. It was quite brave. You know what? It didn't go too bad, but we picked a fun color this time, and
What's the color?
it's like a copper. And I was very scared at first because it's from NFM. We chose a color based on a swatch, and that is very difficult because it's a huge sectional.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like the main color in the living room. And I'm not gonna lie, I went back to NFM like probably 45 times to look at the swatch. I'm a little bit of an overthinker, but it ended up it was delivered, and I was like, it is the most perfect color. I love it so much. It looks so perfect.
Oh, awesome. Did you, as a part of that process, were you doing like major changes to the rest of the room? Were you painting walls? Were you like picking out new, like, was it a whole kind of makeover situation?
It was a whole thing. So I think in 2022, we painted the living room pink, which was very gutsy.
Yeah, I love that.
And it was, I loved it so much. The internet definitely had some things to say about it.
Of course.
A lot of people
Hilary gets excited for a lot of guests, but every time that you are like, she's just so in love with everything you're saying, Megan.
Gasping. Yeah, we talk all the time about like taking some risks.
Yes, 100%
with color.
Yeah, it's just paint.
Yeah.
And so we did that in 2022 with a white couch, and now I just wanted to go. I don't know. I feel like I'm moving into my color era or something, but I guess pink is a bold color too. But we painted the walls blue, and then we put new flooring down. We're gonna do bookshelves. It's like a whole thing.
Awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's still in progress.
It's still in progress.
Yeah.
But we just got the sectional, and we've already done like 4 movie nights on it. We can fit my whole family. It's perfect. We love it.
That's great. So you've got it's still pink walls. We've got the copper. No,
the walls are blue.
The walls are blue. That's what you said.
This sounds chaotic when I'm saying it out loud, but
no, blue and copper.
Yeah, I love that.
That's such a good combination.
Yeah,
it is.
It honestly turned out the color combo turned out so well.
What is the flooring? What did you put some new flooring down?
Yeah, it's like a laminate wood flooring. It's water resistant. I've got 3 kids, so we had to do something durable. It was concrete before, which was kind of cool for the first couple years that we lived in our house. It was concrete when we moved in, and
oh wow,
I was like, you know what, that's gotta go. It doesn't feel very cozy, and we wanted like a space where we could all hang out, do a movie, just something that felt cozy, and I feel like it just cozied up the room so much. Again, cozy.
Well, you're so smart to like live with it a little bit. Like I think it's tough to maybe fight some of those like impulses. There's so much of it overwhelming moving into a new space, but so smart to just like live with it for a little bit. And now you're talking about all these decisions you've made that you feel so confident about and that you love. So
yes, I totally think we did make some changes right away in our house, but I really think the changes that we've made after we've lived in this space and see how we actually live in the space, we realized we wanted this to be our movie cozy room. And so we've made it into that, but you do kind of have to live in a space for a while before you can just, see how you live in it, see what you use the space for.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, maybe some people take that too much to heart and they're just sitting in the space forever and they don't do anything. But as long as as long as you kind of like you said, you're kind of listing off what you like and what you want to achieve in every single room of your home, I think it's the perfect strategy to making sure that the house speaks to you.
100%. And I
clearly see that in your process.
Thank you. And you do have to take some risks. I'm a risk taker. And if something doesn't turn out the way that you envisioned it, you can paint over it.
Yeah, it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Especially paint.
Yeah.
I feel like paint's one of the easier things to be bold with.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't know what you don't know. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Megan, I wonder if you can, so you said you're a risk taker. I'm curious, like, has there been maybe the biggest risk that's paid off in your home? And then on the flip side, the one that you're like, oh my gosh, this was a huge mistake. I can't believe I did this.
I can't think of any that did not turn out how we turn out and positively. I think everything's we've
You're
kind of
just batting
and
100. You're just like knocking
no,
it all out of the
I
park.
don't know that it's that, but I think as we're like doing a project, if something's like not looking how we want it, we'll kind of adjust it.
Okay.
But oh gosh. So we recently did a deck makeover in our backyard, and it was, you guys, when I say it was frightening for a while. When we moved into our house, it had this deck that was like 5 different levels. It had a koi pond in the middle,
Whoa.
which sounds very cool. And it was cool, but it was like pulling the deck down.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't a good situation. It needed to be remedied. And it was like, so the whole deck had to be torn out. It was like a massive undertaking.
Yeah. When you have a deck that size, it
Yeah.
becomes like a huge
Yeah.
deal.
And with little
Huge.
kids, I
Huge.
imagine that's
Our
not-
backyard. Thankfully it was in the backyard, not in the front yard, because if our neighbors like saw, it was chaos. I mean, just tearing this whole deck apart. But we built, and when I say we, I mean my husband built a covered deck. It's got a heater on it. We did a
Dang.
ceiling fan, a sectional. Like, it is awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, and so he also did a river. He's really into water features.
Oh.
So we replaced the koi pond with a river,
Wow.
like right on the side. It's awesome. It's so cool. But again, like, that was a risk, and if something wasn't going the way we wanted it or looking the way we wanted, we kind of just made changes along the way. So nothing. I don't know that we have any projects that have turned out horribly. I think because we kind of adjust along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you know when you need to adjust during kind of that process? Are you I know that you kind of, based on what we've talked about so far, you kind of sit with it for a second, a minute, and a little while, and then you kind of, before it's like completely finished. Is that kind of the strategy, or how would you advise people who are a little bit more leery than you probably on taking on big risks like this?
So we sat with the backyard. We lived with it for a while, and it just wasn't, I think you kind of know when a space doesn't feel livable or like ideal for your family. You can't hang out in the space how you want to hang out. You can't spend time with your family or whatever you're doing in the room. And so you kind of have a feel for that. But we lived with the space for a while. And then once we decided to tear down the deck, then you're in it. Then you gotta, then you're committed. And so, like, during the building process and like the building of our living room, we kind of, if like a paint color in the living room, which I tried out several, if something wasn't looking right, then you kind of like can adjust a little bit. And like visually with the deck, we weren't sure we wanted it covered at first. And so you can kind of make changes along the way.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Megan, I'd love to wrap up going back to giftables and kind of our theme this season. I have some Santa themed closing questions for you. If you're excited to take these on.
I love it.
Okay, so during the holiday season, how do you take time to treat yourself? What's your milk and cookies moment?
Oh, okay. I have a perfect example of that. So I have 3 kids. There's a lot of wrapping gifts, a lot of chaos during the holidays. We're doing all the things, but I love to wrap presents with my bedroom door closed and watch a Christmas movie and like have like a hot chocolate or something. Yes, like peace and quiet. I get some. It's like I carve out a night to do this where I've got some peace and quiet and wrap gifts and watch a Christmas movie.
What's the movie?
You know what? I change it every year.
Yeah. Okay. There's not a go-to. Are you like a Hallmark? Or are you like some like the classics?
I kind of do both. But last year I watched. Oh my gosh, what did I watch last year? I can't remember. I like them all, honestly.
Yeah.
Imagine with 3 kids, you've got time for maybe more than one movie too.
True. Yeah.
And it's hard to mess up a Christmas movie. I mean, I know
Yeah.
that there's some bad ones, but even the bad ones are pretty good.
Yes,
That's my
absolutely.
opinion.
I'm so sorry. My daughter is knocking. Can we?
Oh yeah,
Oh, no
I'm
problem.
so
go
sorry.
for it.
1 second.
I thought I heard a little mom in the
Yeah.
background.
It is 10:30 in case you didn't see. It's okay. I just got a couple more here. We should be good. No, I just figured that, at a moment in time. Thanks, Scott.
So sorry. They were supposed to stay upstairs, and they don't always.
I'm
follow
glad
the
your kids listen as well as mine do.
Yeah, right. And the older two are supposed to be watching the.
Oh
Three
yes,
girls.
sounds about right.
They're doing a great job.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
Well, we're just about done. I just have a couple more here, and then we'll let you get back to the mom life, if that's okay.
Yes. Can you?
You're
One
good.
more
You're
second.
good.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sure you
good.
can hear her crying.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You're
You're good.
good. Bring her on.
Amy Frank did that, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
She was bringing me a gift. That's why she's
Aw.
upset. And I
Oh.
didn't accept the gift.
Oh no.
How appropriate.
Yes,
I
seriously.
know. I know.
She's like, I heard you talking about gift guides,
Right.
Mom.
Right.
That's
Was
so
that a
sweet.
candle?
No, it's
What?
it's her jewelry box, which
Oh, cute.
oh, there's an ice cream cone in here. A little
Oh, an
Barbie
ice
cake.
cream.
Little-
So good
Okay.
gift giving runs
She
in the
is.
family.
Oh, absolutely.
It's in her DNA.
She's quite a gift giver.
Ah,
So sweet.
Love.
Oh man, those are better than the questions I wrote.
Right.
So,
Put all that work into these questions just to get trumped by a
Yeah.
3-year-old.
yeah, it's so easily trumped. Well, I guess we'll just round this out, Megan. Again, thank you so much for your time. Santa and his friends always seem to find a way to save Christmas. What would be your best tip for pulling off maybe a last-minute miracle gift?
A last minute miracle gift.
Mhm.
Okay, so I would say something like I think everybody likes charcuterie. I feel like this is like a serving tray. I think I maybe put one of those on the gift guide too,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if I'm remembering correctly. I think everybody likes if you're entertaining or not, you can do it for yourself. I think that would be really fun with maybe like a cocktail shaker
Yeah.
or a couple cool glasses. I think that's a really easy last minute gift. Maybe some like cloth napkins. You can
Mhm.
kind of tie in a couple little things. Some cheese. You want to
Yeah.
include a little cheese or a wine
Yeah.
or something like that. I think that would be a really fun last minute gift.
yeah, it comes together real nice, and
Yeah.
I like a good themed gift.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like a
Mhm.
Me too.
little package just feels like you said. It feels a little bit more going back to this idea of meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves the fine cheeses, and I want all
Food
the things
doesn't usually go to waste
No.
either, you know?
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
An edible gift is always,
Yes.
I think that's always a winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Megan, again, thank you so much for joining us today. How can people stay connected with you, life on Shady Lane, and all of the things?
I would say follow me on Instagram. It's Meg Wilson, or TikTok. I'm on TikTok too. It's Meg
Nice.
Wilson.
Meg Wilson on TikTok.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I want to thank everyone who's listening at home and encourage you to go to nfm.com to learn more about our company and shop 24/7 for today's top furnishing styles. We'll be back again soon with another episode, but till then, remember, home is what you make it.
Thanks for joining us today for I Am Home with Tyler Weisskopf, Hilary Waltemath, and Becca Sudbeck. No one knows home quite like NFM. So if you'd like more information on home design at NFM, please check out nfm.com and leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice.